for you ESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It is the first day of the NBA draft, and if you're like me, I just can't wait to see who the Dallas Mavericks take at number 1.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey. It is Wednesday, June 25th. The NBA draft tips off tonight. You can actually listen to it live here on ESPN 106.3. We will have ESPN Radio's coverage of the draft. So don't you worry. Don't you worry one bit. We've got you covered here. It's your boy, Theo Dorsey. It is a Wednesday, which means later on we're going to have Evan Cohen join us in just a few. Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Very excited to hear what he has to say on what our topic of the day is. We also are going to have PJ Carlissimo, former NBA head coach, and he also is going to be on the draft coverage for us tonight on ESPN Radio. We're going to have him join later to give us some insights on the draft. As we know, the Mavericks are picking number 1 overall. They're expected to get Cooper Flagg. The San Antonio Spurs, they're picking number 2 overall. Expected to draft guard out of Rutgers, Dylan Harper. And Ace Bailey is hoping like hell the Sixers don't pick him at number 3. He is doing everything in his possible and in his means to make sure that after his Rutgers teammate is called at 2, he won't be 3rd. C-Cat's on the other side of the glass on the 1s and the 2s, and you don't give a damn about the NBA draft.
I got to be honest. It's news to me that there are 2 days to the NBA draft.
Yeah.
You said today's the first day of the NBA draft.
I'm pretty
and that
sure.
took me by surprise.
I'm pretty sure now there should there be is the question. Let me make sure I'm getting this right.
And there is 2 days to the NBA draft.
Yeah.
I remember last year we were at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium, and the top of the conversation was, is somebody going to pick Bronny James? Will LeBron get his way in L.A. and get him with that second-round pick? Will he last that long? Is someone going to hold Bronny hostage, essentially, in the NBA? All of that, of course, didn't happen, and we got the least entertaining result.
I do believe last year was the debut of a 2-day NBA draft. So
it was like they made it especially for that.
Yeah, I think Bronny's the one that helped make that shake. Kind of like how this year, day 3 of the NFL draft has never got as much buzz, but Shedeur Sanders stuck around.
Yeah.
So newsflash to Major League Baseball and the NHL and the WNBA draft, if you want to expand your days, if you want to help pour into more coverage and getting more eyes, all you need is a Hall of Famer's son or daughter.
Pretty much.
Enter themselves in the draft, get themselves in a little bit of trouble in the draft process here and there. Be a good enough prospect, but not a great one, and then, there go the headlines. So you don't care about the NBA draft.
I got to be honest,
I typically do.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, but the NBA is my sport. I love the NBA.
So you need to watch it on TV.
Yes, but this year, I'll be honest, not as intrigued past like the top 10 plus whatever the Miami Heat do. It's a pretty robust draft class. I am going to have it on the television screen, but the only reason why it's going to get the bulk of my attention through the night, because I'll still have it up on the TV screen, is, as you know, on Wednesday nights, we Love Island USA. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. On Wednesday night, there is no Love Island USA.
I was going to say, I feel like every night is Love Island night.
Yeah. No Wednesdays, no Saturdays. So I will be in sole possession of the remote control in my household, and I will be able to keep the NBA draft on. Plus, my wife actually enjoys seeing the different draft day fits and fashion, and she gets to kind of like give some people credit and some she dismisses. She was the first one to call out that the Thompson twins would be stars. She loved the way they dressed.
I feel like you slipped up there. Unintentionally, you showed your hand that you were preemptively trying to find an excuse to not be able to watch the NBA draft.
100%.
It's out of my hands. Got to watch Love Island tonight. And this is one of the 2 days a week. I feel like you wish there was Love Island tonight so you didn't have the NBA draft on the main screen.
Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Because as we were talking about this, I thought the NBA draft obviously tips off around 8. Love Island doesn't drop until 9. It gives me a full hour of NBA draft viewage. I'm going to see most everything I need to see. and then I turn over to see what's happening out there in Casa Amor. But you're right. No, I can't have that excuse tonight, and I'm fine with that.
Casa, is that a real name or is that a nickname?
Casa Amor. That's what stage they're in right now in Love Island, USA.
Oh,
it's where they bring a second island in and like 10 to 15 more people, and it's just like, yeah.
It's like in Survivor, there's Redemption Island.
Kind of like that, maybe. I don't know. Redemption Island sounds like a round-robin tournament where you lost and now you get to fight your way back in.
Yeah, there was this one season where they surprised everybody where, you thought you eliminated and voted them off the island in the first episode, but they've been battling it out under your noses this entire time, and one man or woman remained.
I like that premise.
Yeah.
I love that premise.
Or, a season of Lost where there's a second island. Wait a second, what?
So is Lost still dropping episodes?
No, this is a 2004 to 2009 thing that I held near to dear to my heart, and I rewatched it recently.
You talk about Lost often. There's somebody else in this office who I believe was bringing it up, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Lost, because I feel like you can you said it, I think we said it before, but like how long can you be lost, You can be lost for that many seasons?
That's what the writers kind of discovered was a problem.
Yeah.
Yes. And Mike Rizzo is another Lost fan in this office. You can hear him 4 to 6 on Russo and Rizzo. It gives me back to a time where television was still appointment needed, where you knew that you had to turn on ABC on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock for that brand new episode. I miss those. Those are days that I really long for. As much as binge watching and at your own time is nice, I like being chained to the television on weekday nights.
So what year was that? And that's a good point. Before we get into our main topic of the day, if you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm, you'll see the Lamar Jackson highlights going. We are going to be talking about what broke out there on thank God that real journalism still exists, because Pablo Torre finds out. Pablo Torre, obviously a former ESPN personality, and now is working with Meadowlark Media with his podcast.
Show's got a good name because he seems to find things out.
Yeah, he's really good at his job. He's really good at his job. He discovered and uncovered this 61-page document that the NFL nor the NFL Players Association wanted the public to see, and it lays out several smoking guns that, oh my gosh, could you imagine? I think the NFL owners, those billionaires, are all working in unison. Yeah. So we're going to get to that and how it impacted Lamar Jackson's free agency of 2023. We'll get to that. But I do want to start with this because you bring up a good point. In Love Island USA, outside of live sports, Love Island USA is the first time I've been watching a television show that drops at certain times on certain days regularly, probably since ABC's Scandal, back when I was in college.
Oh, wait, I thought Scandal was still going on.
That was no. I don't think so. No, okay. I think it ended. If it's still going on, I totally lost the plot near the end. But no, the Scandal ended. Don't confuse me right now, C-Cat. That's not the time. It's not the time and place. It's a hump day. Scandal was something I learned about when I was in my senior year of college, around 2014 or so. And that was a Thursday night regular occurrence for me and the homies. We would do some watch parties here and there and whatnot, but it was actually captivating for me. And it was one of the first times in a while I actually was up to date watching a sitcom on a weekly basis, to where I would map out my weeks around it sometimes. I'm like, I can't do that Thursday because I got to do the little Scandal watch night. So that was the last time. Now a decade later, Love Island USA has me back on that regular watching schedule. What was the last time you were actually nightly, appointment viewing, watching a TV show?
Well, Game of Thrones was really big, and still with HBO, House of the
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. Are you pulling my leg here? You work in media, you don't know about Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon seasons
no, I'm just
1
kidding.
and
But
2.
Everybody talks about Game of Thrones. Was it really that good? I never watched it.
Yeah, you got to pick a winter and watch the entire thing.
There's no way.
You talked about Scandal going on when you were in your junior year or whatever year of college. Same time, really, I think, going on when I was in middle to high school, watching The Walking Dead for a little bit. That was right around that same time period for me. That would be a little bit of appointment television. Watched a couple of seasons like that because all of my friends were. A little bit of Breaking Bad. I kind of missed out on that when it was actually airing.
So you kind of have to watch it back. That's the one thing that gets annoying. It's if you don't catch a show, as it is getting going, I want to catch it week 1, not week 8. It's kind of it sucks. Playing catch up.
My I was taking chemistry in high school when Breaking Bad's final season was airing. So, like, I almost had it perfect if I just dug my heels in and watched that show.
Yeah.
How cool it would be to talk with my chemistry teacher about that. Because he was a cool dude.
Oh, you think he would have gave you some insights?
Yeah. Or at least play into it for a little bit, pretend that he was making methamphetamine. But, didn't do that.
You didn't get that opportunity. You'll never get it back.
No, Lost at home growing up was appointment television. Also, appointment television was watching Fear Factor with Joe Rogan.
Oh, my God.
That was a big show in my household.
I could not watch that show.
Really?
I could not watch that show. It makes me sick to my stomach seeing some of the nasty, despicable things people were eating on that show. And one too many of those, and I was like, no, because generally if I'm watching TV, I'm eating. And I don't like to eat and see nasty stuff going on. That's why when I was a kid, I didn't like a lot of the Nickelodeon shows.
Double Dare, I think, was a show. I didn't watch that one.
Yeah,
that was a little
Nickelodeon
before my time.
Gross. It was gross.
You don't want to get slimed?
It wasn't the slime. It was other stuff. It was like gross comedy. It was like slapstick kids gross comedy, whereas like I was more of a Disney kid.
I feel
and
like
that's why I end up here.
You're only talking about the slime. The
Not the
slime's
slime.
the only slapstick gross stuff.
No. They should like do all kind of weird stuff on Nickelodeon.
The Kids' Choice Awards, like Jack Black hosted a bunch of times in a row.
It was scarring for me. It was traumatic watching that as a kid for me. I turned it off, blocked it, put the child block on myself off of Nickelodeon. But that's not what I'm here to talk about here today. I want to talk about the collusion stuff, but I am going to open up the Baptist Health hotlines early here on Theoretically Speaking because I'm curious, outside of live sports, what was the last TV show or bit of TV regularly occurring TV programming that was appointment watching for you? For me, right now it's Love Island USA, but it was Scandal with Kerry Washington and that dude that's the president. CCAT, yours was Lost, technically, or would it be Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. I watched the final season when it was airing on those Sunday nights with the HBO app.
Yeah.
But I also do it with the shows now. But it's different. Like Severance was also releasing one episode a week.
Yeah, but they're digital.
Exactly. So it is a little bit different.
It's not the same. I mean, like actual linear TV that you are tuning in on. But you're right. Love Island USA is digital.
But I also watch wrestling, and that's on like
That's
PBS.
different. That's live sports.
Okay.
That's live sports.
Thank
So outside of live sports, we open up the Baptist Health hotline early here today. You consider wrestling a sport, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Different sport.
It's entertainment. It's a sport. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Outside of live sports, what was the last live regular programming TV show that you actually tapped in on a nightly basis or at least weekly basis? Like you blocked out your calendar. You were like, I can't. Ooh, bingo night. I had to rain check. I got to see Grey's Anatomy. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Now, CCAT, I know you didn't get a chance to watch the full video, but you get the gist of what came out on Pablo Torre Finds Out as he disclosed a document that both the NFL owners and the NFLPA were trying to keep under wraps. It covered a vast amount of things, but one of the main things that came out of it that I cared about and that you should care about as a fan, especially if you're a fan of the Miami Dolphins, especially if you're a fan of the Atlanta Falcons or any other team that was quarterback needy in the summer of 2023 when Lamar Jackson became available. It is a smoking gun that NFL owners across the board decided in an effort to back off of getting fully guaranteed contracts in the hands of the players and making that a regularity to allow the Ravens to toy with Lamar that whole offseason until he was forced to re-sign with his own team. Here's a snippet from the conversation, and we'll dip more into what is it used to be a bit of a conspiracy, but now it's starting to seem like it's a reality.
Raises so many more questions. But what the arbitrator had found with the Lamar Jackson case was that, quote, only a couple teams expressed interest to the Ravens before they chose to non-exclusively franchise tag him, again, as NFL fans will recall. And that meant that the Ravens could still match any incoming offer Lamar Jackson received. But, quote, afterwards, no team reached out directly to Mr. Jackson, end quote. And Mike, at the time, I remember thinking this. Now I continue to just wonder about it. No team reached out directly to Lamar Jackson, two-time MVP when he's on the block?
An owner's priority, especially an owner of an NFL team in a competitive league with the most important position in all of sports, an owner's priority should be, if there is a talent available at that position, to do everything within our means to pull the trigger to get them in our locker room. Now, that is partially why I cannot be overly critical anymore of the Cleveland Browns and what they did to get Deshaun Watson. Are the things he was accused of despicable? Of course. Was he a surefire, though, prospect at the time when they were getting him from the Texans? Absolutely. Everybody in the NFL and their mama was out there trying to get him, including the Atlanta Falcons, who all of a sudden the next offseason no longer had any interest in a mobile quarterback. Can't tell me that was the issue when the Falcons had Spencer Rattler in their team. Oh, Lamar, though, his play style doesn't make sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me outside of collusion that the NFL owners of all of these other teams see a guy with MVPs behind his name, see a guy that is not even in his prime yet, who won at the college level, who has been winning at the NFL level at a historic clip. None of them reached out to Lamar Jackson, and only 2 of them reached out to the Ravens, and it sounds like those talks were short. We knew, C-Cat, and you're a Ravens fan, we knew that based on how quickly teams started putting out that they were not interested in Lamar Jackson, that something was up. This 61-page document that Pablo Torre uncovered, that was put together by the arbiter, that, again, the arbitrator's job is to take all of the facts he gets from the owners, all the facts he gets from the Players Association, and rule whether or not the NFL owners actually colluded, which would be illegal. He said in that 61-page document that they technically did not collude. There was enough reasonable doubt. That was the ruling at the end of the day. But we didn't know the evidence he uncovered. And I believe for the general public, the evidence he did uncover, it feels like a smoking gun that at the very least, these guys have some ulterior motives that's not just winning football games.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm kind of lost here in this situation. And we kind of spent 25 minutes pre-show where you were explaining this situation to me as if I was 5 years old. The one part I still don't get is to why this actually wasn't proven. You said there was not any evidence beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right. So
that kind of feels like a lot of reasonable doubt.
So here's why.
Or the other way around. I don't know.
There were multiple things in there, and I don't want to. Again, I try to keep this as general and broad as possible so it doesn't feel too inside football.
Digest it.
But a few reasons why the arbiter decided the owners were not colluding. Number one, though the NFL, and this is one of the things, too, that is, it feels like in and of itself, it should be collusion. There is an NFL Management Council, right? An NFL Management Council apparently led by the owner of the Seahawks. This council, it's supposed to be in place to police the league salary cap as well as work lockstep with Roger Goodell to make sure everything is running, on par with the NFL. This council, following the Deshaun Watson deal, called together a meeting. Not just anywhere, C-Cat, but in our own backyard at the Breakers at the owners' meeting in 2022, in March of 2022, the NFL Management Council called together a meeting where they encouraged, and I'm getting this from Pablo Torre's reporting, they, quote, encouraged the 32 NFL clubs to reduce guarantees in veterans' contracts. And again, at the March 2022 annual owners meeting right here in Palm Beach County. Now, this might be the first time ever that any kind of collusion happened in Palm Beach County, though. That's my thing.
So I guess, is encouraging definition colluding, or is it one of those things where all for one for all, we're going to do this, you need confirmed?
That would be colluding.
Right. That would be. But you know what, guys? That just came to mind. I think it'd be a good idea. I don't know. Maybe we just don't give guaranteed stuff. And everyone, yeah, I guess that is kind of a good idea. But no one made an agreement. So maybe that's where it comes from, where no paper trail of saying we're all going to do this confirmed.
So it's funny you say that, no paper trail, because there is evidence that owners discussed amongst each other how deals with their quarterbacks and non-guarantees that they included in deals that they were negotiating were beneficial to everyone, were beneficial to each other. Like there's documentation, again, in the 61-page document that Torrey uncovered. And so here's the real thing. Instead of getting into all the minutia of it, here's the real thing. Before Pablo Torrey comes out with this, it was a bit of a conspiracy theory that the owners colluded around Lamar Jackson's free agency, forcing him to go back into a Ravens uniform for whatever contract they agreed upon. They colluded, again, in several other cases, when you think about big-name quarterbacks not being able to find a job. Colin Kaepernick. Like, there's a lot of different situations in which people have assumed NFL owners have been all lockstep on one page. What we learned is that they absolutely are working in unison more than you would assume people that are supposed to be competing against each other are. Not just are they working in unison in a way that would not be beneficial to the NFLPA or the players involved, they seem to be doing it, and it seems to be going unchecked. It's one thing to get caught doing it. It seems like the arbitrator caught them doing it, and there's really nothing they can do about it. That's a bit of a dangerous scenario. Like, it makes sense, though, why Lamar Jackson thought, he's like, I'm going to play out my rookie deal. I'm going to hit the open market, and somebody is going to see the way that I played over these past 5 years and say, yeah, that guy, I would like him in my locker room to win games for my team. And everybody looked at him and said, I ain't going to do it. I ain't crossing that line. It shouldn't be a line.
No, and that was a couple of years ago. So what is the most recent weird situation in the NFL where collusion could be a reason as to why it happened? I immediately think of the NFL draft, and I immediately think why Shedeur Sanders fell to 5. Like, seriously, like that is, like, I mean, if
not
the
5,
NFL,
fifth round.
Yeah. He would have loved to fall to 5.
He's like, damn it.
But, and I'm not saying this happened. I'm saying that if the NFLs were capable of the type of collusion for Lamar Jackson, this feels a whole lot easier. Just determining someone not picking someone in the NFL draft, even though their specs have them graded in the first round at a premium position like quarterback.
Bruh. Of course. Absolutely, of course. It at the very least, fans have to feel like it is plausible now that these owners are working lockstep, and it's, against the players because they want more for them. They want more. Like, it's not a crazy assumption to say that billionaires are greedy.
Well, yes, yeah, they're driven by money.
Billionaires are greedy. Whoa, I'm not throwing. This is not like even me throwing any shade. Sure, like that's how you acquire more money. Greed helps.
Also, the NFL has got a lot of money, and these owners have a lot of money. Is this really just about the bottom line and the profit being taken by the owners? Is that what we're getting to here? Or is there some stuff behind the scenes that maybe the average Joe football fan or average Joe football commentator and radio host couldn't wrap their mind around as why this is actually good for the NFL?
I don't see. So you're
if
asking
all these
why is it
quarterbacks
good for the NFL?
got guaranteed contracts, would there be problems that went with that
More
would
power.
actually hurt the NFL and hurt the product and hurt our enjoyment of the league if Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson all got the Deshaun Watson size of guaranteed dollars?
I think that part of it is just losing, like, pieces of power. Like if you give a guy a fully, like, look at the way that the Browns are having to deal with Deshaun Watson not being good. Another thing that came out in the report was that Russell Wilson tried to demand a fully guaranteed contract from the Broncos when he got traded from the Seahawks to the Broncos. When he walked in the door, he tried to demand a fully guaranteed contract, and I think he was under the assumption he was going to get it. Again, according to the Pablo Torrey finds out in the document that they released. And again, that was a situation in which the Broncos were under new ownership, and that ownership group then refused to make good on that, and he signed a deal that, obviously ends up kind of being better off for them because look at the way that the Browns are suffering. I think that part of not wanting to give out fully guaranteed deals isn't just about being cheap. It's also about protecting yourself from poor decisions.
Just insurance?
Yeah, it's the same reason why the NFL was able to why do you think rookie scale contracts exist in the NFL like they didn't back when guys like Jamarcus Russell would come in the league, get those mega deals, and then end up stinking? Just in case if I suck at scouting talent And just in case if I actually am not good at developing players, I don't want to have to negotiate on the open market. I don't want capitalism to work because it could work in the favor of the player.
Now I can get a franchise quarterback without having to pay a franchise quarterback until that deal's up.
Yes, absolutely. And I want more control. And guess what? The players are so screwed in the NFL. I mean, nobody's crying over millionaires, right? Like, they're still getting a lot of bread, but they're so screwed when it comes to the amount of power they have. Think about the NBA's free agency versus the NFL's. In the NFL, you get drafted as a franchise quarterback. You're going to play 5 years of that deal. If you're lucky, if you're good enough, they're going to accept your fifth-year option. After that fifth-year option, if you try to do what Lamar did and hit the open market, ain't no open market, Lamar. He saw it. He showed us that in 2023, and the NFL owners showed us that as well. Ain't no open market for you to hit. You are mine, and you're going to agree to a contract with me. And that contract is not going to be a record-setting, needle-moving contract that forces other owners to have to pay more for their quarterbacks. That's the issue. Lamar, remember before Lamar did this, we all thought, oh my God, Lamar's going to do it. Watson did it, and now Lamar is going to take it to that next level and change the way in which players are going to be able to negotiate for fully guaranteed contracts. And the NFL owner said, the hell you thought this was?
But I also think we're in a salary cap league, and I'm going back to this guaranteed money problem, where if there is money being guaranteed to the top 1% of athletes in the NFL, that's taking away money if they don't work out, and this is dead money that is a part of the paycheck of the NFL. You're taking away money from guys who are on that roster too, right? So is it also in the self-interest of the other 99% of the league that is not getting these fully guaranteed quarterback, mega contracts, franchise player facing the billboard money?
That's what they would want to argue. I think that what you just said would be in favor of what the owners would try and tell the players, but then also the players would say, no, I should be able to negotiate for whatever leverage I have. Like, they understand quarterbacks are going to get paid more. They're still going to get their chunk of the pie, and the guaranteed money has less to do with what's going to hit the actual salary cap in the given year versus how much of it do they have to pay you if they cut you. Okay. Lamar's still getting paid that money, but now the Ravens have the optionality on the back end to cut him, and then he won't get a certain amount of it. So I think that's where there's a bit more leverage. Like, think about, like, Bradley Beal. Here's a perfect scenario. Here is exactly, if you want to understand the difference between the amount of leverage that NBA players have with their fully guaranteed contracts and NFL players have. Bradley Beal is on the Phoenix Suns, and he is holding that organization hostage because all of his contract is guaranteed, and he has a no-trade clause. So not only is he clogging up their salary cap room, he's not producing at the level of a person that's making that amount of money. And because the Suns made the poor decision to go out and trade for Beal at that age and production level, they are stuck with him. Now, is that a Bill problem or a Suns problem? The NFL would have you know that it's a Bill problem. They've convinced the NFLPA and they've convinced the public that no. This is a problem with the player. Let us have more control and leverage. Let us have franchise tags and then non-exclusive tags and then another tag after that. And let us be like the Bengals and never pay guys until the absolute last minute. Instead, in the NBA, you pay a fully guaranteed contract, you're stuck with Bradley Beal. If the Browns didn't pay Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed contract, do you think they're in the midst of a four-man quarterback battle that involves Kenny Pickett, Dalen Gabriel, and Deion Sanders' son? Now, and still paying Deshaun Watson $50 million a year?
Sure.
That's the problem.
I'm a capitalist guy. I like making money. I like making decisions in my life that are in my self-interest to make money. However,
the NFL is like the opposite of capitalism right now between the owners and the NFLPA.
Now, however, when you get to a certain level, isn't the NFL something we love a lot more than the NBA? Just in general, like at the end of the day?
Yes.
And maybe it's because of those types of decisions?
No, absolutely not. There's no way.
You think if all the power that the NBA players have went to the NFL players, you think that it would be the same amount of enjoyment, the same amount of product level, the same amount of a consumer adornment that we have for it?
Yes. It's the same game. They'll be playing the same exact games that the NBA, that they've been playing today. In fact, there might be less games, and less games has proven out to be better for the fan.
You're telling me we wouldn't have quarterbacks sitting out a lot more because they don't get paid what they think they deserve, or maybe they're just unhappy? I think that would happen a lot more if the players, and that's not good. We see how directly correlated the NFL product is with quarterback play.
It's never going to be, though, an issue of, because think about the NFL, too. It's a 52-man roster, right? There's 11 guys on the field. No, there's no chance that NFL players in general are going to ever have the amount of power that NBA players have, and it's because there's more guys on the field than on the roster. You're way more replaceable. Look at the college football. You know how many dudes are going to come up and take that spot?
Except
a million people are going to cross that picket line.
But the one position that we talk about is the exception in the NFL is the quarterback position.
Then the backup will play. And I've seen many of backups win. Josh Dobbs pulled up on the Vikings and won a game after 2 days of practice.
But no one knows what the USFL is because the games are so bad, the totals are in the 30s and 20s because of how bad the quarterback play is.
It's not because the quarterback play. It's because everything else. It's not just the quarterbacks. They got some solid quarterbacks to go there. We got Evan Cohen. We're going to get Evan Cohen's opinion on this from Unsportsmanlike. That's right. Evan Cohen is a former quarterback. He's going to pull up on us on the other side here. He can maybe give us some insight on this, as well as what he thought about the Lamar Jackson free agency of 2023 that we've learned way more about now. Now, he's too much of a company man. He's probably not going to be, saying that the NFL owners even talk to each other. He's going to act like they don't even have each other's number. We'll see.
Was he in that meeting in Palm Beach? Like he runs these streets.
He probably was. He probably has some recordings. In fact, we might see Evan Cohen's name pop up in that 61-page document. And also, we're still asking y'all, what's your favorite sports conspiracy? What's your favorite sports conspiracy that you actually believe? Because mine is that the NFL owners are absolutely in cahoots, and things like we learned this past 24 hours proves that out. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. This is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Are you ready for a global summer showdown? Monday, June 23rd at Hard Rock Stadium. Football legends collide at the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Inter Miami and Palmeiras. Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba taking on Estevão Willian and Gustavo Gomez. Don't miss your chance to be part of history. Grab your tickets now at FIFA.com/tickets.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
This is crazy right here. Spotrac, that account and website that tracks contracts, is saying Cooper Flagg, who's expected to be the number one pick in the NBA draft tonight to the Dallas Mavericks, could make close to $1 billion by the time he turns 32 years old.
Inflation, man.
Inflation, media contracts that the NBA is continuing to, increasingly pad their stacks with. This will be crazy. I mean, that'll be insane. Joining us right now here on Theoretically Speaking in his regular weekly Wednesday spot is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, who you hear 6 to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN 106.3 alongside Michelle Smallman and the Super Bowl champion Chris Canty. And you also now see him in a nice, shiny studio. Did you get that one named after you too, Evan?
Oh, no, I'm in a hotel room right now. I'm not even in a studio right now.
I'm saying usually the new studio you got for Unsportsmanlike.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
How dumb am I?
It just happened this week.
What an obvious lead-in question. I'm going to tell you what, Theo, I'm going to tell you why I'm a little thrown off. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm currently in a hotel, okay?
Is it your hotel?
And that I own?
Okay. That was a great follow-up to my idiotic follow-up. Yes. Okay, go.
Yeah. Okay. So I realized I don't have my computer on me. I left it at the studio that you're referring to. And so I have my cell phone. And CCAT says, can you turn your picture sideways? It comes up better on our YouTube feed with the ESPN West Palm. I said, sure. The thing is, I'm now looking at myself and you sideways on my phone. So I'm very, I'm literally, my head's tilted. I don't know what to do here. But yes, our brand new studio is beautiful that ESPN built for us. It does not have my name on it. The studio you are in, I'm very fortunate to have my name on.
Yes, you do. And you're the one that named the studio I'm in. Also, Evan, though.
I did not name it. That's not true at all.
You know you can turn off the screen lock thing on your phone. Don't do it now because it's too late. And then that will let your screen rotate whenever you turn it sideways. You should not be looking at yourself sideways. This is just a little tip for the future. So that's, people are going to realize your age there as you are dealing with faulty technology.
Okay, keep it moving.
Are you excited about tonight's NBA draft? You excited?
Of course I am.
Why so?
You're
What's standing? So I'm excited about the first few picks, and then I want to see who the Heat get.
Wait, Theo.
Yeah.
You say you're excited about you're not excited about the first few picks, or you are?
No, more so because I like to watch them, right? So I want to see Cooper Flagg get his name called, him come up. I want to see the post draft interview thing with I'm guessing Monica McNutt or whoever's going to be doing it. I want to see some of the conversation around it. So I like the first 45 minutes or so of the draft, and then I just want to see if the Heat end up with my guy Walter Clayton or not out of Florida. That's all I care about right now. Maybe a trade up.
When you see the draft and you see pick one, what do you expect it to be?
Cooper Flagg.
2?
Dylan Harper.
What team do you think Dylan Harper is going to be drafted
I
by?
think they still going to the Spurs. Are you telling me? Have you been having conversations? Is this a Milwaukee Bucks pick? Is that what you're hinting at?
No. It wouldn't shock me if the Spurs didn't take him at 2, because maybe another team would.
Wow. Another team. Now, there's a lot of teams in the NBA.
I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me. I'm not reporting anything.
Okay.
I'm not a reporter.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, if you played out a scenario in which Dylan Harper out of Rutgers, Ron Harper's son, the former Chicago Bull, Cleveland Cavalier, etc., you told me that he goes number 2 overall, and the Spurs were not the team he was on, I'd believe that.
Now, he probably still would have to wear the Spurs hat because the NBA is still.
Oh, drives me nuts. That thing is so stupid. Why tonight, if Dylan Harper, let's say, 2 overall, we know he's on another team. I don't know. And let's say the team has, it's not black and silver like the Spurs. I don't know. It's green and white, hypothetically. Yeah. And he's wearing a hat that's the Spurs hat, but he's not on the Spurs. How stupid is that?
I don't like it. I absolutely don't like it. And here's why I don't like it. The reasoning behind the NBA doing it doesn't make sense to me. If there is a reported trade that we think is 95% to 98% going to go through, like what happened with Luka Doncic and Trae Young, and we know it before the names are even called, I would rather you put the correct hat, the new hat, on the player and let them have that actual draft moment of actually feeling like, okay, I'm with the Mavericks now, I'm Luka. And then if it gets recalled, then let that be the once in 60 years that it happens, and then we will go back. Instead, the NBA wants to do it backwards every single freaking time, and I don't get it. Do you know, double check this, go to Tankathon and check this. I'm pretty sure as of now, listen to what I'm saying, as of now, I'm pretty sure picks 14 through 30, every single one of them has been moved except for pick 28 by the Boston Celtics as of now. Yes.
So meaning, depending on when trades can be finalized, there are going to be a number of players wearing the wrong hats tonight.
Doesn't make sense.
Ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense.
I understand it's a nitpick for some. Here's what I'll tell you, Theo. I think tonight has a chance to be explosive. I think tonight has a chance to change the NBA in terms of traditional powers over the last 5, 6, 7 years, maybe no longer being powers on purpose. Moving on from big-time players.
So you think the Celtics are going to make a move? I'm just saying,
it would not surprise. The Boston Celtics are a team that has already started to move off of players in Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday.
Right.
And I thought the Celtics would potentially be done with that. My gut feeling right now is that don't be surprised, not guaranteeing anything or reporting anything, obviously, but don't be surprised if that was the beginning of the Celtics purge and not the end. How about that? Is that fair?
I like it. I agree with you in multiple senses. Number one, the Tatum injury obviously changes everything about how they feel about their championship window. Number two, that luxury tax bill that the new ownership is clearly trying to avoid with some of these moves. But then thirdly, again, the new ownership angle. Like, Nothing is off the table these days when it comes to new ownership. That's why I'm also curious what happens out there in Minnesota, which has been a super quiet team ever since they've gotten eliminated. But are there going to be any new ownership moves with them? The Miami Heat have been under the same consistent ownership, and that's why consistently every offseason we keep swinging and missing at the big-time free agents and trade acquisitions.
Yeah, so I don't know anyone currently that knows what the Heat are doing.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that that the Heat don't know what they're doing. I just have not talked to anyone that says to me, "Here's what I think is going to happen." Because I've talked to people about the top of the draft within the last, 10 minutes, about maybe some
that's why you relate, huh?
the real top of the draft, not Dallas, and what could potentially happen. So, but this is where my mind has been going crazy, Theo. I literally yesterday sent over to our buddy Jeremy Marspellis, JMP, my trade machine dork like myself, a 4-team deal that had the Heat acquiring Paul George and Bradley Beal. Oh. So this is where my mind is at. I am so all over the place with the Miami Heat right now that 1 minute I'm like, you know what? Like, continue this and don't do anything too drastic. 1% improvement and hope that guys just get better and that you have a better situation this year. Okay, that's ridiculous. Right. Then I have everyone but Khalil Ware, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero and Kevin Love. Everyone but those guys can go. Right? Every one of them. And I don't mean that in a dismissive sort of way. Let me try to find trades that make sense. Jonathan Kuminga in the sign and trade. The Golden State, the Sacramento deals with DeRozan and Devin Carter, a former lottery pick who was the son of former Heat guard and assistant coach Anthony Carter. So we've gone that route, right? Then it's like, wow, you think they could ever get in on the Jaylen Browns sweepstakes if that happens? No. Do you think they could ever get in on Giannis? No. Do you think they could ever get in on Kawhi Leonard if they were going to move him? No. And then I go to the place of, well, what if you thought about trading Bam and Tyler? And would you do it for a superstar like Giannis? Would you say to the Bucks, hey, Bam and Tyler for Giannis and all the picks and all the young players and just start a franchise over building around Giannis? Or what if I told you went the complete opposite direction and you started making phone calls around the league and you said, let's come up with a list of the worst contracts in the NBA that teams would pay to get off of.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, if they got those guys in Miami, they'd probably still be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I told you right now, straight up, you could make this deal. Andrew Wiggins and Terry Rozier for Paul George. Would you do it?
Okay. The only contingency I would have is can we put the podcast on hold? Do you think Spo and Pat Riley are cool with him doing a podcast throughout the season, especially if he's not even playing? Because I would do it. I
think to get out of that situation in Philly, to come to Miami with the Heat, to actually be looked upon as a positive, I think you would do that. And I think that there's a chance that Philadelphia would actually make that deal to get out of that awful contract.
Yeah.
But again, my point is, awful contracts because they have young players they're hoping to build around. Miami is desperate for a direction. Yeah. So while I'm not suggesting that Paul George is the same player he once was, and I'm not suggesting that contract is good, I'm suggesting my mind over the last 24 hours has gone so many different places that it includes the concept of convincing myself that a trade for Paul George or Bradley Beal, if you were to waive his no trade clause, former Gator, would make sense. I know that both of them don't, Theo.
Yeah.
But that's where my mind has gone.
But that also shows you just how crazy tonight can get in the NBA draft, which, by the way, you can listen to ESPN 106.3 tonight for coverage on the draft. It shows you just how wild and how many ways it can go in. So that's why, yes, I will have it up on my TV screen. I will be waving in and out of my attention towards it, but I am curious if the Heat make any move at all to try and give me some optimism for this next year, because the East is wide open. The Atlanta Hawks think they have a chance at winning the East. That's how bad it is right now. Yeah.
But they should with the move they made yesterday.
I know. You go bring in Kristaps Porzingis. Now you got a bunch of length and defensive prowess all around Trae Young, who's a great fulcrum of the offense. I actually like what they're building. I'm just saying.
Me too.
If that's what if that's it.
I'm going to tell you something. About a week ago, before the Kevin Durant trade, I got a text from somebody in South Florida business community, okay? And this person said to me, I'm thinking of getting 4 extra tickets for the Heat this year for my business to utilize, okay? And this person said, you think KD's coming to Miami? I said, this is before KD obviously got traded to Houston. And I said, it's possible. Everybody's been telling me it's a possibility. And I said to this person, if not KD, they have to get someone. So it's probably worth the risk to get the 4 extra tickets. Because, listen, the Heat are now competing for the dollar with the Panthers, who are the hottest ticket in town, right? For the last 20 years, it was the Heat. The Panthers have obviously surpassed them in terms of, if you run a business in Palm Beach County, Treasure Coast, South Florida in general, and you have finances to purchase 4 tickets from the great organization that is the Miami Heat, or 4 additional season tickets for home games, for your business to use, to work in with whatever it is, there's a chance you may go with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Right? There's a chance you may. And what I said to this person is I still believe the Heat are going to get someone. But you tell me, who's the realistic someone they get that gets that person in the South Florida business community satisfied with their investment of 4 extra tickets, season tickets?
That's the thing is, like, are the Pelicans going to make Zion available or something? Like, is Ja Morant on the move?
Stop there.
Yeah.
Stop there. Zion gets that person satisfied with their investment if they get him to the Heat. That business owner is then saying, "Oh, I got the 4 tickets before they rightfully raised the prices because now it's hot."
You bought low.
So we can sit there and say, maybe Zion's not going to be that good. Maybe he's not going to play the whole time. You and I would talk next week about Zion, and we'd have a different feeling about the Heat. We'd get excited again.
I do believe, and maybe this is a game we could play through the summer, like almost like a stock market type deal with the NBA teams. If you think about season tickets, I would buy the dip on the Miami Heat because if not even this year, over the next 2 years, you know they're not going to just be satisfied rolling out what they have right now. It's just a question of what and when will they finally have enough to acquire said talent. I would not go into tonight with that kind of expectation that something good will happen because you might end up just as displeased as we've been over the past few off seasons.
Yeah, but think about what you just said.
Yeah.
And that is the sad state of affairs. I'm a blind faith with Pat Riley guy. So I have blind faith that whatever they do tonight will work out. And you are now at the point where you have blind faith that you can't assume it will work out. That's wild to me. Because even if they straight up take a pick at 20, did you and I sit here a year ago like, oh, Khalil Ware is going to be a guy that'll be a great? No, all anyone said is he's not an effort guy.
Yeah.
Which is wrong, obviously.
Yeah, he is. What I'll say is this. I believe it will work out as in, like, yes, the Heat will still be a middle-of-the-road Eastern Conference team that competes, that is well-coached, that has great culture. But to me, the bar for working out for the Miami Heat is the bar that they have set over the past 20 years, and that's competing for at least a spot in the NBA Finals. And I don't think there's anything they do tonight that changes that. So, but we'll be watching. We'll be locking in. We'll be watching. So, Evan, I appreciate you getting us more excited for the NBA draft. What you got? You got something huge to close, I can tell.
One more tiny quick thing. Plug 5P to 7P Sunday. In addition on Sportsmanlike 6A to 10A every day here on ESPN West Palm. This Sunday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'm hosting a free agency special on ESPN Radio with Tim Bontemps. Of course, you hear him on the Hoop Collective podcast. Yeah. So 5P to 7P will be on 24 hours before free agency begins. So a special Sunday show for Bontemps and I, 5P to 7P, obviously right here on ESPN 106.3.
I love it. I'll be just getting off a boat, so I'll make sure I tap in on that. Thank you, Evan. The man.
Normally you have big events during Super Bowls, Game 7s. I mean, I'm surprised. There's like nothing going on Sundays. You're actually going to do something fun.
Yeah.
You should have saved that for the Panthers Game 7. That's weird.
Things have changed. Things have changed, Evan. And we appreciate your time. Enjoy the new studio and your new hotel room. That is our guy, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. As always, jumping in on a Wednesday. He's great. You can catch Unsportsmanlike 6 to 10 a.m. and catch his free agency special this Sunday at 5. You know what? If you want to catch some free money to Duffy's Sports Grill, you're going to want to tap in right now. You know what time it is. It's a Wednesday. It's time for some theoretically trivia. Kay Chumpson's going to pull up in a second here. We're going to go C-Cat versus Theo, and we want to win you some money today. $25 to Duffy Sports Grill can be in your pocket today. All you got to do is call in, pick your fighter, and if you choose correctly, you get the money. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Call in right now. Tell C-Cat to his face that you want Theo. Or you want C-Cat. Pick your poison. And whoever wins the trivia contest is going to win you the money to Duffy Sports Grill. Duffy'sMVP.com. Check the menu out. It's great. 888-760-3776. The number is 888-760-3776. Call in right now. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline, and you can have your shot at a Duffy's Sports Grill gift card for the free on me or C-Cat if he wins, which I'm betting against. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health Hotline. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Theoretically Trivia right around the corner. 888-760-3776. Call in, choose your fighter, and we're getting it on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
Russo here calling all Panthers fans. Come meet Stanley Cup champion Brad Marchand at Palm Beach Autographs at the mall in Wellington Green. That's today from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Come meet Marchie and see myself and Mike Rizzo broadcasting Russo and Rizzo live on site from 4 to 6 p.m. Purchase tickets or pre-order your autograph items now before they sell out at palmbeachautographs.com/signings. That's palmbeachautographs.com/signings. We'll see you there.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
It's time to make some money. It is time for Theoretically Trivia. CCAT versus Theo Dorsey here. And you know how it goes. We got 2 callers on the line. The caller who chooses the right fighter between myself and CCAT, the one who wins gets a $25 gift card to Duffy's Sports Grill. Cade Chumslin is in the house, ready to rock. Cade, what is our topic for the day?
In the theme of the NBA draft, I've got NBA draft prospects, 2 lies and a truth.
Whoa.
A little spin on 2 truths and a lie. 2 lies and a truth.
Okay, 2 lies and a truth with NBA draft prospects. And we have our first contestant, Tanya, in Riviera Beach. You are on Theoretically Speaking. Who would you like to represent you?
Theo.
That's what I'm talking about. Tanya, I got your back. Don't you worry. You're going to be stuffing your face with Duffy's in no time. The second caller is Miguel in West Palm Beach.
Yeah, Miguel. It's you and me. How do you like your chances?
I feel great.
Let's go. Let's go.
That felt lackluster.
All business.
I feel great. I feel he has no other choice.
Having like a 50% chance at this stuff is better than the 0% chance that callers 3 through 25 had.
This is true. So congratulations to both Tanya and Miguel for having a dog in the fight. Now let's fight. Now you know the rules. C-Cat is the hike. I am the whistle.
Are we doing it that same way now that there is a 33% chance of getting all these questions correct?
We're going to do it a little bit differently.
Okay.
I'm going to give you, like normal rules of 2 truths and a lie, I'm going to give you 3 options. You have to choose the odd man out. How we're going to do this is we're going to keep a running total of these 5 questions, of these 5 prospects. So you each are going to give an answer, and we'll keep track of the totals, and whoever has the most correct answers at the end is going to be your winner.
Perfecto. Let's start off with...
Okay, so we're not racing to answer first.
Nope.
We might have the same answer.
Yes.
Might have a different answer. All right, cool.
All right, but again, it's a little different. It's 2 lies and 1 truth.
1 truth.
I'm giving you 3 statements about 5 different NBA prospects. You have to find the truth in the statements.
This should be
Here we
easy.
go. Number 1, projected 3 overall, VJ Edgecombe. A, and I'll go ABC, you give me ABC at the end. Here we go. A, attended Victoria International Institute right here in West Palm Beach. B, originally born in Lyon, France. C, who's a 4-year starter at Baylor. I'll say it one more time real quickly for the audience. A, attended Victoria International Institute right here in West Palm Beach. B, originally born in Lyon, France. C, 4-year starter at Baylor. I need the truth. C-Cat, you're first.
I'm going to go with the truth for VJ. VJ Singh, I call him. I'm going to go A. I think he's actually attended school right here in West Palm.
Fantastic.
I'll go B.
A and B from Theo.
Yeah.
It is A. He was originally from West Palm Beach.
Wow.
Come on now.
France is all the stars, you know? Pretty good.
True that. All right, 1-0 in favor of C-Cat.
go,
Number
Miguel.
4 prospect, Con Knippel, the Duke legendary point guard. A, the youngest of 5 brothers. B, he started loving the game of basketball from playing his Nintendo Wii. C, his parents knew they were getting married 2 months into their relationship.
Whew. Theo, I think you have the honors.
I'm going with B, Nintendo Wii.
I'm also going B, Nintendo Wii.
And that is true.
Right.
Whoa.
That's too
NBA
specific.
Jam and 2K, whatever he was playing.
It lines up with his age, too. I'm like, yeah, that's probably about right.
I was thinking more, you ever play Wii Resort?
Yes.
There's basketball on the court, like outside the volcano.
That would never make anybody fall in love with the damn game. Wii Resort.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? The archery, you can fly a plane in Wii Resort.
Yeah, there's so many sports. You think he was like, oh, I'm just stuck to the basketball one.
It was fun.
Dude.
It was like
Yes, he would.
25% of what Papa Shot is.
This is 2v1 here.
My record in the golf is 18 under par. Wow. In 1 round of golf,
good.
Wii
That's
Resort.
really good.
There
There's
we
a
go.
YouTube video that went viral. Someone went 30 under par.
Pretty much, yeah. Not surprised.
Okay, stop
All right.
nerding out and get back to
Here we
the
go.
damn.
It is 2-1 in favor of C-Cat on Theoretically Trivia. Jeremiah Fears is our next prospect. A, his NBA inspiration was Derrick Rose. B, he has a jersey campaign called, quote, Never Fear. C, his brother is the starting point guard at Maryland.
This is A. Never Fear. That was so chat GPT. Never Fear would not go to this one get in 2025.
I'm going to go C.
It is A. His NBA inspiration was Derrick Rose.
Baby.
Wow,
These
he's 3
kids
for 3.
love D-Rose. You
He
kidding me
does.
with the TikToks
Wow.
and the YouTube?
That's pretty
They think
good.
D-Rose
Originally
played
from
25
Chicago.
years. Yeah.
Originally from
From the
Chicago.
side. Damn it.
Now, he does have a jersey campaign, but it's called No Fears.
Oh, right.
Close.
That makes sense. He just added the S because that would make it more so him.
Well, his last name is Fierce.
Yes, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. I got to tie this thing up
It's
somehow.
3-1 in favor of C-Cat. To end it, Ace Bailey, our next prospect. A, he worked out with only one NBA team in preparation for the draft. B, his real first name is Arian. C, he's the nephew of Venus Lacey, who played in the NBA.
You got the honors, Theo.
No, you got the honors. You have to go first.
No, I don't think so. I answered
I'm
first
waiting it
last
out.
time, pal.
I'm waiting it out. You
All
can't
right.
just try to. You can, I know what you're
We
trying
were
to do.
going back and forth. We were
Yeah,
picking and
no, we
ponging.
weren't. We were just jumping out there.
All right, I'm going to go with A. I think he only worked out for one NBA team. That was A, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I am gonna go with. Well, C can't be true because Venus couldn't have played in the NBA, so I'm going with B.
Both of you are wrong. It is C. Venus Lacey is a legendary WNBA player who
You
also
said NBA.
No, he said.
No.
Okay, all right.
You misheard him.
I misheard him.
You don't know ball.
I misheard him.
Theo.
Yeah, I misheard him.
You don't know anything
Okay,
about
I'm
the
sorry.
W.
I'm
You know
sorry. That's
nothing
me.
about
That's
the
my
W.
fault. That's my fault. All right, next one.
All right,
It's
so
over.
it's pretty much over at this
Yes.
point. It's 3-1. Do we want to hear the last or?
Yes. Let me throw some dirt on the grave of Theo.
Oh my gosh.
Guy thinks he
Gotta
knows
get one
ball.
win.
Come on, Maliuch. Cannot. This is a hard one. A. Born in Uganda, grew up in South Sudan. B. Nickname at Duke was Man Man. C. He first picked up a basketball when his dad gave him one at 4 years old.
It's B.
Yeah, I was about to say B.
It is.
Yeah. Wow.
Boat race.
C-Cat. C-Cat,
4 for
man.
5.
That was pretty good. That was really good of you. That was amazing. Okay. You're celebrating?
Miguel, how we feeling? Uh-huh.
I'm feeling great. Time for some beers.
2 for 1. 2 for 1 specials. Congratulations, Miguel. Did Tanya hang up?
Tanya's still here.
Ah! Tanya! Before you jump...
I went with a T and T.
You know what? You said what? Say that again?
I went with T and T because I'm Tanya and you're Theo. That's all good.
That's what I'm saying, Tanya.
time.
You're still good people. Tap in with us next week, and I'm going to get that win for you. This is first time winning in like 12 weeks. So just, check us out. Thank you again, Tanya. Thank you for the call. And sorry that I let you down. That was Theoretically Trivia. That's how intense it gets. Sometimes C-Cats wins, I guess. This is
I
not...
came into your house, played with your hoop, and it dominated you on your home court. There was a WNBA question in there.
Yeah. Well, you got it wrong.
Dunked all
you
over
got it
you.
wrong, though.
Still, this was,
You can't claim credit over the WNBA question when you didn't get it.
Well, neither did you.
I know. That was bad. Thank you, Kate. That was great. Theoretically Trivia, always a blast. And congratulations to Miguel. The happy hour is next. We got PJ Carlissimo coming up as well. So make sure you stay tapped in. If you love that NBA draft stuff, we'll give you some real NBA draft news. That's Kate Chums and that's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Wing Wednesday. Brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Arguably the most successful and recognized team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, have officially been sold. $10 billion. The Buss family has agreed to sell a majority stake of the Los Angeles Lakers to businessman Mark Walter. $10 billion. So let's rewind back to 1979, where Dr. Jerry Buss purchased the Los Angeles Lakers, the Forum, and the Los Angeles Kings for $67.5 million. The Buss family, great players and coaches made the Lakers what they are today, but it's a new chapter. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management program.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Introducing DQ Grill & Chill's new sauced and tossed buffalo chicken strips. A basket of 100% all-white meat seasoned chicken strips, now being served with blue cheese or ranch dressing dips. The blizzard of the month is the Strawberry Cheesecake Blizzard, a new flavor for the summer, featuring a creamy blend of strawberry cheesecake pieces in vanilla soft serve, dipped in strawberry topping. DQ Grill & Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is June 25th. We are hours out from round 1 of the NBA draft, day 1 of the NBA draft, because yes, there's 2. LeBron James not only brought about the player empowerment era, he not only brought about, did he bring out Bronny James? I guess that was a LeBron and Savannah collaboration.
Wouldn't have him without Savannah.
Couldn't have happened without Savannah. But also, in bringing Bronny James to the NBA, he helped deliver a second day of the NBA draft because one ain't enough. So tonight we only get the first round. You can hear it here on ESPN 106.3. And C-Cat's only booing because he's like, man, I wish we can get it all in one night.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Why are you selling me short? I want everything. All 60 of them picks. Let me see them picks.
What the hell is going to happen in day 2 of this year's NBA draft that will get anybody to a television?
I think they got to hold I don't think there's anything they can do. I was going to say hold the Giannis trade until day 2.
They got to book someone to perform musically. Like there needs to be a concert that gets people to televisions. And there's you can put on one hand how many people that perform live that would actually drive rating. Probably go Beyonce. You probably go Taylor Swift. And I mean,
Kendrick? Drake?
Maybe. I feel like people,
what if Kendrick versus Drake? What if they had a Kendrick versus Drake halftime show?
Boxing match. They had a fight on stage. We need to hit the carnival act. We need to have celebrity YouTube boxing happen in the middle of the second round of the NBA draft. That would make me watch it tomorrow. But today, I'll listen to it on ESPN 106.3.
That's good job. That's good. That's smart. That's C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the 1s and 2s. And the chuckle you heard was Tina Costanza in for the happy hour.
Classic chuckle.
Classic chuckle. I always kind of give a little laugh before.
You just want the people to know you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're like, that's like your little signal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like it's kind of like, you know how I don't know if y'all know this, but like producers in music, they'll have like never mind. I'm not gonna they have like their tags that they do at the front end of their beats oftentimes. To let you know.
Will Music.
Oh, yes.
Well,
what?
Close. Mike Will made it.
Mike Will made it. DJ Khaled.
Mine's my little chuckle.
Which one is DJ? What's DJ Khaled's?
DJ Khaled. Right?
Well, yes, but he said he has a drop after that. So he used to go We the Best. Does he do something new?
I thought it was We the Best.
Okay.
We the Best was his thing back in the day. Then you had Holiday Season. There's a lot of good tags. Pharrell's producer tag is the greatest of all time because he just does the 4 count in front of the actual instrumental.
1, 2, 3, 4. Like that?
Wait, okay.
Like I don't. What does that mean? The 4 count?
Yes and no. All right. So look, we'll. Here's what we'll do. As Tina, we're gonna get a cocktail of the day from Tina because it is the happy hour. As Tina gets a cocktail of the day going, can you pull up what's a good Pharrell song? Do you know Happy? The Pharrell Happy?
There was like an ad lib in the song Happy.
No. It's all right. So this is what I was trying to tell you. Pull up the song Happy, and after we're done with the cocktail of the day and we talk about who presented it to us, you'll play it from the start, and I'll show you what his producer tag is. Tina, what's our cocktail today?
Our cocktail of the day, which I need to go home and make this.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, like my baby don't mess around me because
That is, yeah.
Thank you.
Technically, I'm sorry, Tina.
This is a mezcal mule, and it sounds delicious.
Yes, I get these all the time. This is me.
I know.
You're right in my wheelhouse.
I know that. I knew you would love this. You've got cucumber slices, agave nectar, mezcal, lime juice, passion fruit puree, ginger beer, a cucumber slice to garnish, candied ginger to garnish, and some chili powder. A mezcal mule. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
A little spicy.
It's like that.
I like it.
It's like
a little
that.
smoky.
Smoky, spicy. And who brings us our cocktail of the day?
Vitacost. And I wish, I couldn't get these ingredients to make the mezcal mule at Vitacost, but I do get my protein powder, my creatine, my electrolytes from Vitacost. Vitacost Sports Certified Marketplace is built for athletes and fitness enthusiasts who train hard and understand the benefits of clean supplementation and nutrition. Whether you're prepping for a triathlon or an Ironman like Colin, or grind at the gym like me, or just trying to be a little more health conscious, Vitacost is your go-to for leveling up your game. Their new Sports Certified Marketplace has over 400 performance-enhancing supplements, all certified free of banned substances to help you level up your game. Visit Vitacost.com/sportcertified to make your purchase, and you can use the code ESPN20 for 20% off your order. That's ESPN20.
Yeah.
To get 20% off your order. That's Vitacost.com/sport-certified to level up your game.
Let's get it, man. Let's get those supplements going.
Yes.
Let's get right.
I never really realized until getting a little bit more into the gym that I need to fuel my body. And also if I want to see results, I need to start taking some supplements, start really actually tracking how much protein I am taking in. I've actually seen such a difference from taking creatine the past month and a half, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like seeing my muscles.
It'll get you right now.
I'm like, my abs are like popping a little bit today.
Come on now. Don't play with them.
So yeah.
You open your door and then you walk outside and you feel this going on in your air. Just.
Is that it?
That's it. That's his
lame.
tag.
Come on, Pharrell.
No. So all right, so you can
every
pick
song is that?
every song that Pharrell produces, he does a 4 count at the front end of the beat, and then the beat plays. So oftentimes you'll hear it and not even necessarily know it, but if you do know it, it's like one of those like layered things where you're like, oh, that must be a Pharrell beat. Like you can pick any of your favorite. You don't like it. C-Cat doesn't like it.
So he didn't. Did he produce Hey Ya from Outkast?
Maybe.
Really?
I don't know.
The 1, 2, like
that's different though, because he usually doesn't do it audibly. He usually only does it with the actual beat itself.
Yeah.
My brother, who's interning with us, is he's into music production, and I'm sure if he's hearing any of this right now, he's absolutely disgusted with your reaction right now.
I'm hearing his like producer tags here behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
he's throwing his producer tag out
That's
there.
That's
right. Zeke the intern is over here getting his producing tags off, because I don't think this is the most iconic producer tag, Tina. This is it. Pick another Pharrell song that you may know.
I don't know any Pharrell songs. Wasn't he like on The Voice once? He was one of the
judges.
judges.
I think he's been a judge for a while.
I think he was.
I'm trying to think of one that she's like will be familiar with. Frontin'. Remember Frontin'?
No.
All right, put in Frontin' from Pharrell. You'll see how it goes. I'm trying to. What's
Theo,
Pharrell
I feel
songs?
like every time you tell us a song, we never really know it.
I know,
There's only a
it's
few
so-
that we always know. We knew
Blurred
Happy.
Lines.
I know Blurred
All right,
Lines.
do Blurred Lines. Do
Yes.
Blurred Lines. Damn it.
That was a popular song.
Jalen in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm when I did the holiday season one, because he said the drought is over. It reminded me of old Lil Wayne talking about C-Cat finally beating me in trivia. He said they don't know nothing about that holiday season, and I realized that midway through the holiday season chant. All right, play it. Go from the start. Go from the start again.
Everybody get up.
Come on.
Well, that was 3.
It's from the beginning. Play it from the beginning.
I did.
Do it again.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody get up.
Oh, this guy's heard
fraud.
You heard the back.
fourth
You heard the
one
last
is
one.
yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
play it
but
one more time.
if we're gonna alter,
Play it one more
this,
time.
I mean,
It's still
this is
4.
ridiculous.
It doesn't have to be the same beat. He's creative.
But then
Play it
you
again.
can put the fourth one 30 seconds into
Play
the
it
song.
again.
Everybody get up.
You didn't hear the fourth thing right there?
But that's not a 4 count.
Boom, boom.
Is the clap the fourth,
Yes.
or is it the after the clap?
No, play it again. You listen closely to the clap at the end. It's a 4th count.
Everybody get up.
I heard it.
What?
1,
Yes.
2, 3, clap.
That's a.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's different though.
What do you?
So wait, is it just like a 4 count of like
Yes.
a beat?
So it
it
could
doesn't have to
be-
be like the same every song,
Um,
or is it the same every song?
Well, he's a creative music producer, so sometimes he is gonna make it a little bit varied. It's not gonna be like
exactly.
always like. But yes, there's.
Yeah,
I get it.
Count.
I
It's a
get
4
it.
count.
I get it.
That's what a 4 count is. There's an 8 count and there's a 4 count. When you see cheerleaders doing 8 count, that doesn't mean they do the same move
Correct.
4 times after 4. No, you change it up sometimes. It's a 4 count. Thank you, Jalen, in the YouTube chat to clear it up. I can't believe the kind of things I gotta.
Allegations that Pharrell has been ripping off music. Is that true? Is this the example, the model citizen that you're trying to teach us music about? Pharrell, did he do that?
All right. Apparently he did All Right. You know All Right by Lil Wayne?
Just skip to the end here. I'm going to start looking it up, okay?
Yeah. Do All Right as well. Do All Right. Pharrell is one of the most iconic producers of this era. And we got Ronald in our YouTube chat.
I'm number 1.
No, you're not number 1.
I'm number 1
Critic.
iconic
You
producer.
don't even know what a
of
4
the era.
count is. You don't even know what a 4 count is. What is that?
This is We All Right.
No, All Right by I'm sorry, I said Lil Wayne. I meant to say Kendrick Lamar. Sorry.
This guy doesn't know his music.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't know his WNBA.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't know his music. What else do I got to teach you?
I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I'm absolutely struggling. You know what? Forget all of this. How about we bring in an NBA draft expert to help us declare what the heck is going to be happening tonight, and none other than the very first head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're about to bring in the man who was the very first person to coach the Thunder from the bench. Those Thunder, the one that just won the NBA championship.
Where's the sound?
What? What's
Where's
that?
the sound?
Oh.
No.
That was the wrong one.
What?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
NBA draft talk on the other side. It's the happy hour, theoretically speaking. That's C-Cat. That's Tina. I'm Theo Dorsey.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing. Visit banyanonline.com and discover how your business's printing materials can get bigger and better.
Wing Wednesday. Brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Is your credit on life support? Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Local bank representatives will be on site to grant special approval to consumers who meet certain minimum criteria. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach wants to approve you so you could drive home your new Kia today. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Hello, is this thing on? I repeat, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic wants to approve you for a new Kia today. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss the credit clinic today and tomorrow at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or go online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval term.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Arguably the most successful and recognized team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, have officially been sold. $10 billion. The Buss family has agreed to sell a majority stake of the Los Angeles Lakers to businessman Mark Walter. $10 billion. So let's rewind back to 1979, where Dr. Jerry Buss purchased the Los Angeles Lakers, the Forum, and the Los Angeles Kings for $67.5 million. The Buss family, great players and coaches, made the Lakers what they are today, but it's a new chapter. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management Program.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
F45 Training in downtown West Palm and Wellington offers functional group fitness classes reimagined. F45 features high-intensity group-style workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven. They always have the right workout for you. The best part is, it takes just 45 minutes. If you're looking to train for something like High Rocks, F45 has you covered with tailored workouts. Get started today with a promo of your first 3 classes for just $30. Visit F45training.com to find a studio near you and officially join the F45 family. F45, team training, life-changing.
Introducing DQ Grill & Chill's new sauced and tossed buffalo chicken strips. A basket of 100% all-white meat seasoned chicken strips, now being served with blue cheese or ranch dressing dips. The blizzard of the month is the Strawberry Cheesecake Blizzard, a new flavor for the summer, featuring a creamy blend of strawberry cheesecake pieces in vanilla soft serve, dipped in strawberry topping. DQ Grill & Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. 2 of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Summer is heating up, and so are the St. Lucie Mets. Clover Park is the top summer destination for sports fans looking to get the most bang for their buck in July. Be there for all the excitement on the field and in the stands. The biggest and best fireworks show on the Treasure Coast is coming to Clover Park on Thursday, July 3rd. Tickets are on sale now at stluciemets.com. See you at the ballpark this summer.
This is how I look at Cooper Flag. If LeBron James and Kevin Garnett had a baby, you get Cooper Flag. And why I say that is because when you think about LeBron James, you think of a complete basketball player, right? Jay, you just ran off the stats. He led the team in everything. That's a LeBron James type thing. And you talked about his passion, his tenacity. I'm watching KG all over again, the way that he plays with a high level.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
The LeBron KG basketball baby?
Yeah.
Cooper Flag. We'll see him get drafted tonight.
Oh, okay, Perk.
That's season 2 of Love and Basketball.
Yeah, like things get interesting. 2025, you know how things will shift up on you. But what I will say for Perk is that's the kind of glowing praise we've been hearing universally about Cooper Flagg, who is the presumptuous number 1 overall pick tonight in the NBA draft to the Dallas Mavericks. I have a better comp for him, though.
Yeah?
I have a better comp, and I will deliver that after I tell you about a better 2-for-1.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the kind of 2-for-1 I actually don't want to picture anymore. But the kind of 2-for-1 I have my heart set on is the one that you can get at a Duffy Sports Grill, Duffy'sMVP.com. Now, y'all know Duffy Sports Grill was once again voted the best sports grill with their award-winning burgers and wings. My mouth already salivating just thinking about it. They got the weekday lunch deals as well, including the Duffy's Double Play, starting at just $7.99. Also, how about on Thursdays? On Thursdays, Duffy's now has the Rib Fix Days. After 5 p.m., you can enjoy a half rack of mouth-watering ribs for just $12.99 with one side. One side as well. That's dine-in customers. But don't forget, like I said, 2-for-1. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. You don't got to check your calendar. You don't have to check your watch. All you got to do is check in with your waiter, and they'll hook it up. 2-for-1 drinks. That's what it is at Duffy Sports Grill. Also, make sure you go online at Duffy'sMVP.com. Get your rewards card today. Become an MVP, and you can track those rewards. They got over 80 TVs in every location. You won't miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. At Duffy's, our game is always on. Yeah. All right. So better comp for LeBron, or excuse me, better comp for Cooper Flagg.
Leader in the clubhouse. The best we've got is the baby of Kevin Garnett and LeBron James. That's number 1 right now. Can you beat it?
How about we just go with, and this is an easy comp, and I felt this way about Cooper Flagg, and I'm not going to go with a love baby, by the way, a love child of any players. I won't go that route. On the Dallas Mavericks right now is a 6'10" shot blocker who has some guard ability, who is very instinctual, who also can be a bit, like at least in his prime, was much better at switching out and being able to guard more positions than just bigs. Anthony Davis. Cooper Flagg, to me, is like a more modernized Anthony Davis. Like if Anthony Davis, because he came out, what was that, 2012, 2013? I can't remember what draft class that was, but I want to say about 2012 was when Kentucky won the title with AD. Anthony Davis in the modern game today would have even more ball skills, would be in control of the rock a lot more for teams that he played for, and would be more perimeter oriented. I think that his ability to be great on the weak side, his selflessness as well, but then also the same praise I give him when I compare him to Anthony Davis would be also part of the criticism I give him. I don't think Cooper Flagg is LeBron/KG-esque, because I don't think he is the guy where it's like, okay, he's the best player on our team. He's the number 1 guy. Doesn't matter what else is on our roster. We're going to be in the playoffs every single year. We're going to be fighting deep into the postseason every year. I don't see him with that level of ceiling. Remember what KG was for the Timberwolves before he even went to the Celtics? Like 55-plus win teams, and the second best player was Wally Zerbiak. I'm being facetious. Sam Cassell obviously there, and there was some good players, but I'm just saying, like, it wasn't a world beater in Minneapolis. LeBron James' third year in the league, he carried a Cleveland Cavaliers team that had no business in the postseason to the playoffs. And the very next year, he makes it to the finals with nothing around him. Cooper Flagg ain't taking Anderson Varejao and Zagorus Ilgauskas to the NBA Finals. It ain't happening. I think he's more of like an AD with more perimeter skills.
So is there still a 0% chance that Cooper Flagg is not a Dallas Maverick? Because if the range of expectation of who this prospect is very, very high and a little bit less than that, why wouldn't you want to create an entirely new team off the back of one draft pick?
All right, I'm going to do a love baby.
Let's go. Okay,
love child.
Abort my idea. What you got?
It came to mind as you were saying that, and then I forgot what you said. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was not good.
Okay.
They should trade him. That's what I'm saying. The Mavericks should
It's not
trade
happening.
him.
You're an idiot. Jason Tatum and Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Can be a champion, but needs a good environment around them.
Yes. And if Tatum was on that version of the Cavs, or let me just insert team here, because right now the good thing about Cooper Flagg, too, in the situation he's going into, is it is perfectly aligned. Like, I think if he was drafted to the Wizards or to the Bulls or to one of the middling teams in the NBA and had to be the 1A from the jump and carry and uplift the team, I don't think that's perfectly and ripely fit for him. That Duke team, first of all, they didn't even win the title. But they were deep and good as hell. They had 4 NBA players in their starting lineup, and I think all 4 of them are going to be lottery picks tonight. It's not just Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, one of them was an answer to the trivia question, and theoretically trivia.
2 of them
right?
were.
Knappel? Oh, who was the other one?
Man.
Oh, that's who it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. So 3 of our theoretically trivia questions ended up being actual players from that Duke roster alongside Cooper Flagg, and they still didn't win the title. As great as Cooper Flagg is, there is a ceiling. I like that. Jalen in the YouTube chat, who actually has a strong pulse of the Carolinas basketball because he actually works in North Carolina, covers it out there. He covered the Duke run through the tournament, actually. He said Cooper Flagg is more of a Paolo Banchero, but stronger defensively. I like that comp. I like that comp a lot better. Now, the one thing I will say is his playmaking is not on the level of Paolo or LeBron's. But I think it's closer to Paolo than Bron. Bron is just such – you can't comp a dude to Bron.
Well, yeah, that's kind of just – you're always
ridiculous.
Putting a guy behind the 8 ball and putting unfair expectations.
You can't. So back when they made the Luka was kind of he got a lot of LeBron comps coming out of Slovenia, coming out of the EuroLeague, coming over.
But he was never a freak athlete and chiseled.
That's the thing is the difference is the athleticism. Obviously,
okay.
No, come on. I mean, you can't get it all. No comp is perfect. It's not 1-to-1. But his court vision, if you think about him as a big guard, he is very LeBron-esque in that way. Being unguardable, being a guy who's he can rack up 10, 11 assists per game out the gates in the NBA, a lot of court vision. Like, I do like the Luka LeBron comp, but of course, you're like, yeah, that's going to be the difference. He doesn't. If Luka was athletic as LeBron and could play defense, then yeah.
Earlier today,
he wouldn't have got traded.
Earlier in the show, with us was Evan Cohen, and he tossed around the possibility of the Boston Celtics blowing things up. Because they've already offloaded Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. For our audience that was not fortunate enough to listen to that or watch that, you can go back on YouTube, ESPN West Palm, or you can go on podcasts and listen back to it. Theo, do you think that there's a chance that actually happens?
That the Celtics blow it up? They already are.
Oh, I mean, do you
the
think
question is,
the
are they going
Celtics
to
further do that tonight?
Are they going to press that red button? And you know what that red button is? That's Jaylen Brown. I don't think it's off the table. If I'm the Celtics, I'm listening to all calls right now. I don't think it's off the table to trade JB. I'm not even sure if it's all the way off the table to trade Tatum. I would try and keep him. Obviously, it wouldn't make that much sense to do so because he couldn't help a contending team this year anyway. The thought would be to reset it and build it around Tatum going forward. But if you're the Celtics, you have to heavily consider trading off Jaylen Brown if you get a good enough offer, if there's something you feel like you can retool around. Because I can't for the life of me feel like the Celtics will be cool with trading off Porzingis and Drew Holiday, but keeping the rest of that core and rolling them out there and just be a middling team in the East. They either want to go to the bottom or the top. Bottom or the top. That's what I do like about Boston and the way that they've structured things. Where did they get Jason Tatum in the draft? Top 5. Where did they get Jaylen Brown in the draft? Top 5. Like, they know how to build a franchise, and they're willing to go all the way to the bottom. I'm not sure the Heat are willing to go to the bottom the same way they are.
As I was going to say, it takes one who doesn't have that privilege or have that experience to know someone who does have that. And you, speaking as a Heat fan, are envious of those lottery picks.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Sure, the season may not have gone the way the Celtics wanted to that year, but because of those poor seasons, they were gifted an NBA championship.
And really what happened with them was they were able to trade off they were able to trade off players for picks that ended up being lottery picks because the Nets were so idiotic. So that's how they were kind of blessed in that way. But believe me, they also, I believe, have it within them to actually gut it a little bit, especially given the fact that they did get a championship out of that core. It's okay to blow it up now. We do need to go to break. But C-Cat, before we do, talking about champions, I mean, Celtics did it. Thunder just did it. Kaiser do it every single time, though. They do it every year.
26 NAIA national championships, but that's on the court, on the field, in the classroom with Kaiser. I'm going to talk to you. Whether you are age 12 through 112, everyone wants to get better at golf. And there are so many ways to improve your golf game fast at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. You can win some club championships. Why don't you? At whatever age you are, they have the facilities, tools, and coaching that you need to get better at your game. Best facilities in the area. They have the outdoor facilities like the expansive chipping and putting area, the practice bunkers, a huge putting green, and that full swing practice area. But they take the party indoors as well, with 2,000 square foot facility with 3 hitting bays, private classroom, and they have cutting-edge ball flight analysis. Maybe you have too much spin. Maybe you don't have enough spin. You want to turn that fade into a draw? They will tell you how to do it. They've got the answers, and they will help you train like a tour pro. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at kaisergolfcenter.com.
Can't wait to see what the big move of tonight is. That number 3 pick might be up for grabs. Evan Cohen earlier alluded.
Is this going to be the NFL draft all over again, where the day of we're going to hear guys like the NBA Shams, it was the NFL Shefty saying, expect fireworks. It's going to go down.
Yep.
I know, but you guys don't know yet.
Evan did it to us already.
Exactly. He's a part of that media machine now. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, Evan wouldn't have those inside. But now that he has them, he couldn't help but not leave the breadcrumbs.
I will say this, though. I knew it was stupid for the NFL draft, and it obviously did not deliver. Actually, it did kind of. You think about Travis Hunter. The Travis Hunter deal was big.
Yes.
Outside of that, it was not really much. But what I will say about tonight's NBA draft, which again, you can listen to it live here on ESPN 106.3, there were so many things that have happened in the past month and a half, 2 months in the NBA that actually is going to cause a level of volatility. Number 1, the dominance of the Thunder through the Western Conference. Number 2, 3 poppings of Achilles between Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, and Damian Lillard. Giannis Antetokounmpo is now potentially available. The Spurs jump up in the lottery and now have a strong team and a really high pick. The Sixers leap up in the lottery to number 3 following a very volatile season. There's so many storylines and so many things happening. What I do know is, at the very least, behind the doors, behind closed scenes, there are like probably 20 out of the 30 NBA GMs actively calling and brokering deals and trying to make something shake.
With how wide open that East is, man, like it feels like you're one good offseason away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Don't forget the Hawks just traded for Kristaps Porzingis because they think they have a shot to do what the Pacers did this past year. Now they have a lineup of Trae Young and a bunch of 6'7" to 7'1" dudes with all arms and a little bit of shooting, and they'll see what they can do. Because of how wide open the NBA is and because of all of the weird things that have happened over the past couple of months, we could be in for some fireworks tonight. What I will tell you before we go to break, we're in for some fireworks very soon at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. You know about Mega Bash. Mega Bash is coming up, so I want you all to go to RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com and check that out. If you don't have July 4th or July 3rd plans, Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is the place to be. But for us tomorrow, C-Cat, tomorrow, it's like an annual tradition. When it's NBA Draft Day 2, we show up to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium because tomorrow night we'll be there with a specialty show from 6 o'clock through 7 o'clock with a game starting at 6:30 first pitch. So, I mean, maybe Bronny gets drafted again.
Maybe that,
Yeah. Like last time we were there on day 2 of the draft, it happened.
Sure, and it's Thirsty Thursday, so you might see your favorite ESPN West Palm host plastered.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to race you to the bar after we get off the air at 7, and we'll see who can be who can get most impacted by Thirsty Thursday first.
If you see Theo tomorrow, which hopefully you do see us, we're going to be on the air.
Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium tomorrow.
From 6 to 7. Make sure you ask, I thought it was dry June.
Yes, it is dry June, but it rained so much this morning.
I see.
Things changed. Things changed. More theoretically speaking on the other side. It's theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
F45 Training in downtown West Palm and Wellington offers functional group fitness classes reimagined. F45 features high-intensity group-style workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven. They always have the right workout for you. The best part is, it takes just 45 minutes. If you're looking to train for something like High Rocks, F45 has you covered with tailored workouts. Get started today with a promo of your first 3 classes for just $30. Visit F45training.com to find a studio near you and officially join the F45 family. F45, team training, life-changing.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I prefer my boats in South Florida during like the wintertime, actually. Like when it's not scorching hot outside. And I just had another buddy hit me up. I told you I was trying to hit a boat this weekend. Another buddy hit me up, said he's going to be in Miami in a few weeks, and they want to do a boat as well. They said a yacht, and it's going to cost me like $500.
Whoa.
Yes.
How many people were on the boat?
I don't know.
But is it just you and him? Like $500.
I think it's a big, okay, maybe it's Nikki Beach. Maybe that's the issue. It's like one of those expensive places.
You got to pay for parking too.
It's ridiculous. I don't want to go. I'm just, you know what? I'm going to say I don't want to go. I don't want to spend all that money. All right? I work hard for my money. But sometimes I don't.
You're going to watch the Rocket Mortgage Invitational instead. Watch some golf.
Yeah. You don't even know what weekend that is.
Oh, I thought you said this weekend.
No, this weekend I am going on the boat. Yeah, that's already signed, sealed, delivered. But I do know that as scorching hot as it is in South Florida right now and as uncomfortable as it might be on the boat, it should not feel that same way in your abode. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Because like a boat versus abode.
Humble abode. I've never heard of abode mentioned without humble. Yeah.
I don't know why. People don't say it enough. Abode. Your abode. And your abode should be comfortable. And if it is not, let me introduce you to EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. All right? EDS is now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. I want you to answer this question for me. Is your air flowing properly in your home? If not, the answer is EDS. That is the place to go. EDS is yes. All right? Is there a room in your home that is hotter than others? EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. I've been a Gold Plan member for about 2 years now, and that means I get 2 check-ins every single year. I get a percentage off of repair, and I have a team working on my behalf to make sure my AC is running at peak performance. EDS is yes. Don't let your budget stand in between you and a comfortable home. Financing options are available and ready to be in your corner. Your trusted AC and plumbing expert, making sure your air and water are flowing perfectly. Call today or visit EDSisyes.com. Jalen makes a good point. My boat needs to look like Stephon Diggs. For $500.
Like the boat or the accompaniments of the boat? The crowd that's on the boat. The clothes that are off the boat.
Can't. Just. Wait, what's this NFL music, C-Cat?
I got a list here from The Score. It's written by Daniel Valente and Matthew Washington, where they are listing which teams have an open Super Bowl window. There are a couple of categories in here, including wide open, open but closing, closed but opening. Let's break down the first topic, which is wide open. A wide open Super Bowl window. They have 9 different teams in the NFL right now that have a wide open Super Bowl window. I think a lot of this is ridiculous. I think that there is probably a list of 5 teams that are on this list, but they have 9 teams on this list.
9 is too many, I agree.
Can you name the teams that they put, or at least perceive to be, have a wide open Super Bowl window?
They're going to go Chiefs, Eagles, Bills, Lions. Wow.
Somehow the Lions did not make the list. They're in the open but closing tier.
Okay, I can. No, actually, no. 49ers? They should be open but closing. Okay, good. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so we're on the same page. So wide open to them means a little something different. They better not have the Bengals in there.
Yeah, they do.
Hell no. Just throw the... no, hold on. Cut the damn music. Hold on a second.
The Bengals are on this list.
Is this a reputable organization?
I mean, I have the app downloaded on my phone. I think so.
Yeah, but you got the app for 18,000 fast food restaurants on your phone as well.
It's right next to the Arby's app. That's it.
They have the Bengals Super Bowl window wide open.
Mm-hmm.
The same Bengals that not only were the worst defense in the league out of teams that weren't actively tanking last year, but then their best defender and their number 1 pick this year both ain't even going to camp because they can't pay him. That team right there. That's the team?
That's the team.
Same team that didn't make the playoffs and have missed the playoffs more times than not with their franchise quarterback as current stated.
So the teams that you have guessed so far are the
stupid
Eagles, Bills. I think you said Ravens. If you didn't say Ravens, you meant to say Ravens.
Ravens is on there. I'm sorry.
Chiefs, Bengals, and now we have...
Okay, so that's 5 out of the 9. So I have 4 more teams to pick.
And one of them is not the Lions.
Okay. Let's put the music back on, but... Oh. Okay, there we go. This music, maybe the change of music will get me in the right stance. So I got the Chiefs, got the Bills, got the Bengals, got the Ravens.
4 more teams that are not those that have an open Super Bowl window.
And it's wide open according to this list. It's stupid. Are the Commanders on this list? I get it. I like that, actually. I mean, they were in NFC Championship, and they have a quarterback on a rookie deal. He's really good. I'm guessing they're saying Texans, too.
Sure do.
All right, so all this list is saying is quarterbacks, franchise quarterbacks who are locked into long-term deals that are not named Jared Goff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there's 2 more teams left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are the Packers? Oh, my God. This is stupid. So there's 1 team left that their window is wide open for a Super Bowl.
I do not. I think you could get 5 tries to this and you wouldn't get it right.
Oh, my God.
With a wide open Super Bowl window in the NFL.
All right. So Vikings?
Oh, that's all you needed. They've got the J.J. McCarthy-led Minnesota Vikings with a wide open Super Bowl window.
Please delete that app. For the love of God, delete that app. What is it? The Score?
The Score.
I know the app too. I'm not trying to demean the product, but that list is absolute cheeks. So then who's in the other one? All right, so theirs is wide open. Who's partially open or open but closing?
Yes, open but closing. You have the Detroit Lions, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
The L.A. Rams.
Okay, that makes sense.
The Dallas Cowboys.
That makes sense too.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I wouldn't even say their window's open at all.
The Seahawks.
No.
And the Niners.
The Seahawks championship window is open?
But closing.
Okay. All right. No.
Closed but opening. You want to hear who's on the outside looking in that might be in next time?
Okay. I'll put the music back on. This is the... Oh, I'm sorry.
You have the Chargers, the Jaguars, the Bears, and the Broncos.
Closed but opening.
Yep.
Chargers, Bears. Okay, sure.
Jaguars and Broncos.
Because they have him. Okay. And then what else is there? What other list is there? Just closed and sealed shut?
Under renovation.
Okay.
Cardinals, Falcons, Patriots, Panthers, Dolphins, and Titans, Giants. Raiders. There's a lot of teams in that.
That's a lot of teams. Everybody else. Everybody else.
No window given to the Steelers, Jets, Saints, Colts, or Browns. They are in a windowless basement, and they're trapped there with no food or water.
So disrespectful.
They have absolutely zero chance or path out of being bad or mediocre at football.
You know what, though? The Score's terrible list gave me a good idea.
Yeah.
We should do a list like this, but for NBA teams. Because if you had to guess off the bat where the Miami Heat would stand.
Ooh. I think they might be in that windowless basement apartment.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
Chained to a pole. They're
begging for food to be dropped down.
I'm thinking of Saw 1. Like there's a saw in the middle of the room and their ankle is locked up to the radiator.
Sadly, the last episode of Love Island USA had people thinking of Saw as well. Not going to comment on that because I think people are terrible on the internet. CCAT, tomorrow I will see you at the ballpark. We're going to be there for the NBA draft. If you love the draft, you'll love it tonight on ESPN 106.3. Russo and Rizzo is next from Parts Unknown. They'll tell you when they jump on. It's Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
Russo here calling all Panthers fans. Come meet Stanley Cup champion Brad Marchand at Palm Beach Autographs at the mall in Wellington Green. That's today from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Come meet Marchie and see myself and Mike Rizzo broadcasting Russo and Rizzo live on site from 4 to 6 p.m. Purchase tickets or pre-order your autograph items now before they sell out at palmbeachautographs.com/signings. That's Palm